Okay, so like I said, you know, I already have my skincare regimen done for the day, so I'm going to show you just really quick on some of our makeup pieces that I use. And the first step that I always do is our primer. This is our makeup primer, which was actually highlighted in Allure magazine as being, you know, one of the #1 primers there is. And this stuff literally, so it's super clear. It goes on with like a matte. I put it on my either ring finger or middle finger. You actually apply less pressure onto your face when you do it like that, and you literally just apply it all over, and it's almost like a spackle for your face. It really kind of seals in and creates like a barrier layer in between your skincare and your makeup, so that way when you actually go to put on makeup, even though Arbonne's cosmetics are, you know, vegan certified, you know, gluten-free, everything, super strict ingredients policies, you don't want your makeup just absorbing into your skin throughout the day, and you know, it'll you know, help reduce the amount of you know, oil that your skin might produce throughout the day. And it just creates that kind of finished look. So, you know, it kind of covers up all of your pores, so that way you don't have that, you know, kind of, you know, like if you're like me, I'm half Italian, so larger pores is an issue for me. Because of this primer, I don't have to worry about it. So first, always primer. Next step, there's tons of different, I think we have 4 or 5 different like foundation options. We do have a full coverage liquid foundation, and then we have a mineral powder foundation, and we also have powder as well as our CC cream, which I am kind of in love with. This is our new version of CC cream, and it has pollution defense in it, which helps kind of protect your skin. So you have your primer, which is protecting your skin from you know, absorbing anything that doesn't need to be absorbing, and this helps protect your skin from any of those environmental toxins or anything that you experience that you really can't have any control over throughout the day. This helps protect your skin from that. There's also, they actually call this like an 11-in-1, I think that number's right, because it actually has like it acts as a primer, a concealer, moisturizer, all kinds of other things. So this is huge. I literally just put a tiny bit on my fingers, and then I just kind of blend it in, okay? So like I said, a little bit goes a long way. I actually had the previous version of the CC cream before it came out with the pollution defense. And I had it for I think maybe 4 months before the other one came out, and I still have it in my makeup bag, and I'll use it because it was nowhere near gone. So, and this one I've had for, you know, maybe 4 or 5 months, and it's still completely going strong. So I use the light. There's a few different shades in it. It's super blendable, as you can see, and it's super lightweight. It's probably about a medium coverage when we're talking about, you know, different foundation coverages. So that'll just give you an idea. And you could totally, sometimes I just totally put this on, and then, you know, maybe a couple other makeup things throughout my day, depending on what I'm doing. And it's totally fine. Sometimes I just do primer, and that's totally fine too. But every one of our products are actually really buildable. So you can mix and match all the different pieces of our cosmetic line, and they all pair really well together. The next part that I do is our mineral powder foundation, and this is almost gone. So this I've also had for about 6 months. You can see that it's just getting there. So like I said, it lasts a really, really long time. And a little bit goes a long way. So it comes with, or it doesn't come with, but it works really well with our special foundation brush that pairs with it. And I literally just kind of brush it in, and it just kind of blends in anything, kind of provides that, you know, matte finish that I've always been, you know, more like a powder girl. I typically never even wore foundation, and I just be like perfectly fine out the door with a little bit of powder. My sisters, if they're watching this, they'll probably laugh because growing up I was never one to like really be big into makeup. So the fact that I'm doing this is pretty hilarious, I'm sure, in their minds. But yeah, so it just kind of creates that really finished, soft look that, you know, most people are going for, kind of that, you know, dewy look. And it literally takes 10 seconds and a teeny tiny bit of product. So I love that. The next thing that I do is typically blush. We do have individual blushes, which I love. They come in amazing shades, and there's a few different to pick from, but just this past month they came out with our new palette. So this is the Starlight Glow palette, and it is everything you need for highlighting, contouring, bronzing, and blush. So it is huge. And just to give you an idea, so this is the individual one, and these are this is the palette. So literally it's practically bigger than what you get in an individual blush. And you get the 4-in-1. So it comes with, so you have your Stardust, which is your illuminizing highlighter, and then you have Moonstone, which is the blush, and you have Twilight, which is a really beautiful bronzer, and it even has a little shimmer in it, and then Meteor, which is really, really good for contouring. So what I usually do, I love this blush color, and I'm usually a pink blush girl, but I'm really liking this peachy color. So, you know, I use our blush brush, which is awesome. It has the angled brush on it, and I just put a tiny bit on there, and then literally just kind of blend it, you know, right on my cheekbone. And I love that the pigmentation is so strong that literally all you need is just a tiny bit, and it's super pretty. Okay. And then the next step, since I'm traveling, I don't have all my brushes with me. So, you know, I had to downsize some stuff, so I didn't have a whole suitcase of cosmetics and skincare. So I'm gonna use my same blush brush, but I just kind of squeeze it just a little bit to do a little bit of highlighter. And I just kind of put it right on top, you know, maybe a little bit under your eye. And it really just kind of helps, you guys see a little bit of a difference. So it helps really just kind of deflect light. So it really brightens up your whole face, especially under your eye. And it's just so pretty. Okay. And then I just want to show you guys a little bit like how you can do the bronzer or contouring one. So, you know, I do have my hair pulled back, so I have a rather large forehead, or I think I do. And it's winter, so I have super pale skin. So I like to just kind of put some right on my hairline and just kind of blend it in. And it kind of gives you, you know, just that little bit of, you know, sun-kissed look that, you know, everybody seems to want. Put a little bit, you know, right on the middle of your nose. I'm totally like not a makeup professional, so I'm sure there's plenty of other really cool, awesome ways you can do this. But I'm learning and I'm having a lot of fun with it. So those are just some really cool things in this palette, like literally all in one to do all of that. Okay, so the next thing I have is eyeshadow. And again, same thing we had just released last month is our eyeshadow palettes, which these things are stinking amazing. So we have two different palettes, volume 1 and volume 2, and both of them, so they're a little bit smaller than the other one, just a tiny bit from our Star Glow palette, but each one comes, so it does come with a mirror, and each one comes with 12 beautiful shades of eyeshadow. So I'm much more of a neutral girl. I usually tend to go towards the earth tones. And what I love about these is each palette, so here's the volume 2. It's a little bit more vibrant, more jewel tones. But each one has, you know, really great colors that you can use And you can really, you know, go super light, you know, easy, you know, errands kind of day, and you can totally glam it up to be whatever you want it to be. So, like I said, I'm more of a neutral girl, so I usually don't go towards, you know, super vibrant colors. So bear with me here. I'm going to try a couple color combinations. So I'm going to use volume 1, and I'm going to start with this color, which is Cactus, and it's kind of like a it's a shimmer one, and it's kind of like a little bit of a mauve color. Put a little bit on. I'm just realizing that when I put this on, I forgot. I usually will kind of put a base coat of a color, and I literally didn't just do that, so that's okay. Yeah, so this is super pretty. It's kind of like a copper mauve, if that is possible. Yeah, pretty. And then I'm gonna kind of do, so this juniper color, which is kind of like a it's kind of like a mix between a like a titanium and a gold. I'm gonna do a little bit, you know, right above, kind of in the crease. Like I said, I'm not a great color pair, and if anybody's got some tips, I would love them, because I'm like usually like a one color and done kind of girl. So anyways, and then what I love is there's lots of really gorgeous, like lighter color shades that you can use as highlighter shades to just kind of really, you know, open your eye up and really just kind of make it a lot brighter. Let me get back to another step that I'm totally out of order here, but that's okay. Yeah, so really pretty. Okay, so one thing I forgot to do before that also. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm having issues with my eyebrows. Like literally they are, I mean, I have blonde hair to begin with, so, you know, you can barely see them in the first place. And then, you know, they're like stopped growing. I don't know. Is that a thing when you're close to 40? Whatever. I don't know. But Arbonne saves the day, and this is our brow pencil. So it's a two-sided. So this side's a brush, and then it has the retractable pencil on this side. I use the medium color for, you know, just to kind of highlight a little bit more of my blonde. And I'm going to try and do this here into my phone. We'll see how this works. Okay, nope. I'm going to go and do it into the mirror here for a minute. So totally not great. I totally like rest my hand like on my face. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but otherwise I would not have a steady hand. And it just wouldn't be good, guys. It would not be good. So, yeah, one thing I want to note, you know, if you've heard me talk at all about Arbonne's, you know, ingredient policy and standards that they have, you know that the big thing going on right now, and they're actually, there's a bunch of different companies trying to, you know, do pass legislation for a update and new reform on chemicals and toxins that are allowed in cosmetics and skincare and, you know, everyday essential items that everybody's using in their home. And I put the lid on. You know, Arbonne has really strong policies on that, you know, none of that's allowed in any of this stuff. And, you know, a lot of things are like recommended by different doctors or pediatricians or stuff, but our makeup is actually ophthalmologist tested, which is huge because a lot of people have really sensitive skin, particularly their eyes. And, you know, I have a lot of friends, and even myself, like I never put mascara like underneath my eyes, like on my bottom lid because I'd always sit there and be like itching my eyelid because it would be irritating me throughout the day. But this is, you know, ophthalmologist tested, so I don't have to worry about that, and I can put it on and wear it all day. So then I'm gonna top it off. Sometimes I'll put on, you know, we do have a bunch of really beautiful eyeliners. We have liquid eyeliners, regular eyeliners. I'm not feeling that today, so this is what you guys get. So I'm just gonna top it off with some mascara, which this is not waterproof. It is amazing and it separates your lashes really, really well, but the ingredients that it takes to make mascara waterproof is actually one of the ingredients that are banned due to Arbonne's strict ingredient policy, because it actually is not something that is good for our systems. So we just don't incorporate it. So like I said, you know, before I would never do underneath. So, all right. It's actually a little bit more difficult to do mascara while talking. I know most people usually have like their whole like mouth open and everything to concentrate. And then you end up doing that. That's okay. That's what Q-tips are for, right? Okay. Not totally perfect, but it gets the point across, and nobody's looking for perfect. So I'm gonna clean this up here real quick. Because if everybody was perfect, then everything would be boring. I feel like imperfection makes things interesting in life. So yeah, so I could just go back in and, yep, easy. Okay, so that is super simple. The next thing that I would do, so we have two different types of setting products. So we have our Setting Pretty translucent, loose translucent powder, as well as a setting spray. I love both, but like I said, I'm traveling, so I don't have my spray, and I have no idea how that didn't make it into my cosmetic bag, but my guess is that one of my beautiful daughters who love to play in my makeup and everything probably took it out, and I didn't realize it. So anyway, so again, you know, similar to our mineral foundation, so it's really, really thin, lasts forever. I just put a tiny bit on a brush and just kind of buff it in. I try not to like wipe it because I don't want it to be blending anything that I've already put on. So I really just kind of pat. So you'll notice it goes on with a little bit of color, but it totally dries, or not dries, it's not wet. It blends in, and it really is just setting your color. Yes, I probably should have put this on before mascara, but that's okay. So this is what's gonna help like make sure like your makeup doesn't fade or anything, or you know, your blush, like, I don't know, say you fell asleep on the subway or something on your way to work and you were leaning across your face, you're not gonna smear all your mascara or your blush or anything that you have on. I don't know, I'm making stuff up here. Anyways, so the next thing would be lips, and anybody who knows me knows that I'm not that big into lipstick, but I am loving being able to kind of experiment and, you know, try different things. We have 3 different types of lip products. So we have regular lipstick, which come in, I think, 15 beautiful shades. Plus we have these lip duos, which one side is a French clay matte finish, and then the other side is a matching gloss. This one's super fun, and my daughters always ask me to use this because it glitters. And then we have beautiful lip glosses. So for purposes today, I'm going to use one of our lip duos, and this one is, I think it's Petunia. I put all of my stuff for traveling in a bag, so all of my stickers came off. And my daughters play with them all the time, so that doesn't help either. So this is the French clay. So this is the French clay matte finish, which you could totally just leave it at that. Or you can complement it with the beautiful gloss. And finish the look like that. So, and you can build it any other combinations, shades, anything. So I don't know if those match good, but I'm having a blast playing with this makeup. I love being able to share it with you guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I am really excited about this, and I love the fact that I don't have to worry about if my daughters want to play with this makeup, because there's nothing in here that's going to hurt them. I've seen so many articles about, you know, the makeup that you can get at the dollar store, or even, you know, things that you can get at like Walmart, Target, that are kind of, you know, kids makeup. And there's so many chemicals and toxins in that are literally, there's been cases of, you know, kids that it's burning their skin and creating like severe permanent rashes. I love that I don't have to worry about that. I love that everything, I know what's going into it. Arbonne is totally transparent on their ingredient policy. If you have any questions on, you know, some of the ingredients that are in any item that Arbonne has, let me know and I can get you the fact sheet, which has every single ingredient that's in it. But anyways, I'm gonna figure out what to do with the rest of my day. Thank you guys so much for watching me, hanging out, whatever. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, bye.